Hi, I'm the Autistic Arborist and today we're here in mid Wales. We're doing a double birch removal and some stump grinding and chipping for a local resident. So we've taken out 2 birch trees so far. We've ground out 2 of the stumps. There's 2 more stumps to come out. We've got some chipping to do with this wonderful Greenmech cs100, which for its size really is a monumental chipper. There's nothing that comes close to it. We're chipping onto a Iveco tipper, and we're going to be donating the chip to a local mental health community centre. Due to the weather conditions on the first day, filming was limited. However, we cracked on and started to remove the first and larger of the 2 birch trees. We started by sectioning out the brash and using the light rigging kit so as not to damage the ash tree, which was next to the larger birch. I chose my MS200T because some of the branches and the brash was a bit bigger in diameter, and then when I was sectioning down the stem it meant I didn't have to change saws for a bit longer. Just a good universal tool really. Once we'd taken the brash off and rigged it all down, we started to section the top off the stem. Once I got down to where my 200T was a bit small, I brought up the Dolmar cs100 with an 18-inch bar to chog the stem down to about 12 feet in height, at which point I came down and we felled it. With it being 12 foot in height, it gave us room to fell it in the space without damaging any of the other trees or risking any damage to anything else. After that, we stacked all the brash and snedded it, ready for chipping at a later date. We stacked all the logs, cut and stacked all the logs ready for splitting, and then we had a bit of a rake up. We didn't go mad with the tidy up because there was a couple more trees to come out and we didn't want to waste a lot of time tidying up really well. We just gave a brief rake up. Second day the weather was much better, which allowed us to get out the drone and gimbal to get some better shots so you could see what we were doing with better quality. It was day 2, so we were removing the second and smaller birch. I climbed it on the way up, spike climbing. I removed all the brash. We then pulled up a pull line and set it in the top of the tree. I made my gob cut and back cut and took the top out, and then we started chogging the stem down. It was a very small tree diameter wise, so I just used the MS200T for all of it. Chogged it down just under the rhododendron it was in, and then we felled the stem with a Makita DCS 460, quick tidy up, and then ready for day 3. On day 3 we brought in the Greenmech cs100 narrow access chipper. I chose to use the Greenmech because of its superb ability in chipping up to 4-inch material, which on this job we didn't have anything above 4 inches to chip. I also chose it because of its superb accessibility, because it's only 760mm wide, which made it ideal for this job because we were chipping through a gateway and into a tipper truck. We chipped onto a tipper truck and then we donated the chip to a local mental health charity, Ashfield Community Gardens. They use the chip around the gardens for paths and things like that, and it was just nice to be able to donate to a local charity that support people in many great ways.
Yeah, smashing. 50 seconds.
Also on day 3 we brought in a US Praxis stump machine, 9 horsepower narrow access stump grinder to remove the 4 stumps, the 2 birch stumps and 2 conifer stumps that were already in the garden from a previous removal undertaken by someone else. We ground out the first larger birch stump that was about 3.5 foot in diameter underground, and some root chasing as well made quite a big hole. That took about an hour and a half with the small machine. Then the 2 conifer stumps came out really quickly because they were obviously quite soft. We then had once we'd done the stump grinding, we filled the holes in, bit of topsoil and grass seed on top, and then we had a final really good tidy up, rake up, and then we took the blower over everything and made sure the garden was really neat and tidy for the end of the job. Hello, the autistic arborist here on the birch job in Wales. We've finished the job, as you can see. We've taken all the stumps out, we've chipped everything, disposed of the brash. We're all completely finished. Customer's really happy with the outcome. We're going to keep compacting the areas where the stumps were ground, filling them in with topsoil. We've got some seed on them now. We'll just keep going with that and get the lawn back nice. Other than that, it's pretty much finished. It was a really good job. Like I said, the customer's happy with the outcome. We donated some of the wood chip to a mental health charity and their gardens, and yeah, it just worked out really well. Thank you for watching. To subscribe, click here. For more videos on my channel, click down here, and for my social media, click at the bottom of the video. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one.